The EU and China has just recently settled the disputes over the Chinese textile export quota. What do you think about the recent and the previous situations?
Well, I think this agreement has been very much welcome in China, in Europe, and also in third countries. So I think that we have done a very good job. Let me tell you what is the situation today. The first word is that we have predictability. That is very important for the business. Businessmen needs predictability first. They have to know where they can sell, how much they can sell, and if you suppress predictability, that is the worst for the business. So now we have an agreement for 3 years, which is very important, plus some provisions which probably will guarantee the peace even in 2008. And this agreement does not only offer predictability, it offers a really balance of advantages. For China, they will have rather generous growth rate in their exports, starting from the very high level reached in 2005. We take that into account and we go further, more or less in average 10% further than the very high level reached in 2005.
Well, what is your opinion upon the current issue between the United States and China?
Well, it's a little bit more difficult for the United States because the main difference is that Europe, globally, is in equilibrium. His external account, his external balance is more or less in equilibrium. So we have not the same problem than US. US suffered a deep commercial deficit with all the planet, by the way, with Japan, with Europe, with China. So they feel the deficit with China as, let's say, a supplementary difficulty toward a general situation which is not very satisfactory in terms of trade balance. So it's an argument that we have not with China. Of course, we have a deficit with China, a very important deficit, but we compensate it with our excess with other regions. So it's not exactly the same situation.
Under WTO frameworks, what are the rules we need to follow in order to settle disputes?
WTO offers first legislation that we have all to follow. In case one country does not follow legislation, there is also a function of arbitration which is given to WTO. But let me tell you that WTO is like a kind of court, if you say, but all the conflicts between persons, all the conflicts between companies, fortunately, does not go to court, because generally people prefer to have an amicable settlement. So the question, for example, of textile, fortunately, we have been able to settle it between China and EU without any recourse, nor of unilateral measures, because we have not taken unilateral measures against China, neither to go to the arbitration of the WTO, which would have been long, costful, and who knows the result. You know, when you go to a judge, perhaps you win, perhaps you lose. We are convinced that we would have win, of course, but I think that China also had the same opinion. So it's better not to use the judge if we can avoid it.
Well, we certainly would like to see a stronger bilateral relationship between these two. Well, Ambassador Abou, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.